Hello everybody and welcome to the new Fly Fisher. Today we're off the Gulf of Mexico in the great salt marshes south of New Orleans and Louisiana. Our target is giant redfish. Our guide is Rich Wallner from Fish with Rich. He's going to tell us everything we need to know about how to sight fish for these monster fish. It's going to be a very interesting show. Stay with us.
Let him go back to live another day.
Oh, away he goes. Wow.
Look at that fish.
Stop, wiggle on the way down.
On this week's show, we're in the Bayou State of Louisiana at a place simply known as the Delta. Joining me today is Captain Rich Wallner, retired Marine Colonel and one of the most patient and knowledgeable guides I've met. Rich promises me an exciting and arm-tiring day of hunting for redfish and its cousin, the black drum. Coming out to this Louisiana marshland, I'm awed by the expanse of it. It's a huge, huge, huge area and very, very complicated. Canals, ditches, bays, huge pieces of water with little islands, and really a challenge to navigate this. You need a guide if you're going to come here and fish for redfish in these marshes. You wouldn't want to try this on your own. You need somebody who knows the terrain, somebody who can take you to the right places where the fish are, and also someone can help you spot the fish. This is a specialist kind of fishing. It's challenging, but it's so satisfying when you connect with these fish. They're so powerful and so interesting. And our guide, Rich, has been doing a fabulous job of getting us to all the great places and putting us on a lot of fish. Now, I'm not a good enough caster to nail them all. I'm getting better at it here and learning how to do it better with Rich's help. But it's just an awesome experience here. Incredible bird life here. Got him.
There's a black drum.
Okay. It's very exciting because you see the fish and you can just dangle that hook right in front of him, that fly, and then he just takes a look at it and you just slow it down. Rich had told us when you see a black drum, you put the fly right in front of them and you just slow the fly right down and then just give it a little strip, a little movement, just almost like when you're walleye fishing it. You pull up a little puff of dirt and the fish just takes it. Oh, he doesn't want to come in yet.
That's a hot fish, isn't it?
Yeah, well, these are predators, boy. And the richness of the forage here, there is so much bait fish. Everywhere we go, we see mullet. Thousands and thousands and thousands of bait fish. So these fish don't go hungry. That's why they grow so big and strong. They got lots to eat, and there's a lot of food. There's also a lot of crabs in here, depending on the season. They love the blue crabs. There we go. Nice fish.
Nice.
Very nice.
Now he's going to make a mating noise, you know, a drum noise.
So they make a drum noise when you take them out?
Right, he will. You see, you see the crushers? He's got crushers to crush barnacles. He's not making a noise, though.
There you go. My first black drum caught in the Louisiana salt water. Fantastic fish. Yeah, put up a really good fight for a fish this size, I have to say. Really great. We'll get him back in the water now.
Here?
You hear the drumming noise?
That's a mating noise the black drum make, yeah. Hear?
Yeah.
Can you pick it up?
Beautiful. Yeah, we got that.
Good. He finally did it, man. I was waiting for him to do it.
It's very important to be able to cast to a fish at a moment's notice. You must stand ready at all times with your fly in your hand and 20 to 30 feet of fly line outside the rod tip. This will allow you to quickly load your rod and get to the fish with minimal false casting. When a fish is spotted, it's important to try to figure out in which direction it's traveling. Accurate casting is needed to correctly place the fly approximately 1 or 2 feet in front of the fish. Then take your time, using very short line strips to entice the fish to strike.
Come on, it's 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock
Yeah,
40.
I see him.
Right where your rod's point, right where your rod's is. Get it in front of him. Nice, nice, strip it, move it. Yeah, sit it, yeah! Nice. Good fish, good fish.
That was good.
Nice, that's a lot of fish. Okay, watch the line, line's cleared, looks good. Let him go, let him go. Keep him tight, keep him tight.
I got him on the
Keep
reel.
him tight.
All right, that was
Nice
exciting.
job, Norm.
That was exciting.
Yeah.
I saw the fish in about 2 feet of water. I cast to him 2 or 3 times and spooked him a little bit, but he just went about 10 feet and sat there, and
Keep
I
it
was
tight.
able to
Okay.
get it right on his nose, stripped it twice, and he took it. Beautiful.
Oh, that's a gorgeous fish.
Oh, man.
Gorgeous fish. Looking good, Norm.
These are great fish.
It is, I'll tell you.
These are great fish. So I had this huge fish, which you just saw me reeling in, and he just let go. I thought he'd actually bit the hook off or something, but he got off. I don't know. The line was tight. I don't think I was doing anything wrong. What do you think? Was I doing anything? What do you think?
I didn't see anything wrong. Let's go get another one.
To be successful fishing in the Louisiana Delta, you have to be aware of the tides. In most areas, you find 2 high tides and 2 low tides per day. In coastal communities, tide charts are usually given away at tackle shops as a service to customers. A rising tide brings bait fish and other food in from the Gulf. That's when redfish hunt in shallow, grassy areas. Outgoing tides will pull bait out of the marsh. That's when the fish wait and ambush. During the slack tides, the fishing tends to slow down. Lobbed it, and then gave it a couple twitches, and bang, he took it.
He's on
You
it.
could see him. You could just see him take it, eh? Boy,
Absolutely.
they're fast. When they see that fly, they just go for it.
That's right.
Love these redfish.
Absolutely.
Love these redfish.
I'll
You're
tell-
doing a great job pulling me there too, just getting me
I'll
right in front of that fish.
I'll tell you what. You put that thing right in front of him real tight too. You know, that's what it takes, you know.
There's nothing like sight fishing. It's hard work. You got to watch that water very, very carefully, and you're peering into it. And you're looking for every little sign of the fish, a gray shadow on the bottom of the looking for a shadow in the sand, or looking for a shape floating in the water. And what you really need is good Polaroid glasses, that's for sure.
Yellow, vermilion,
yellow.
copper, reds, not grays.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's beautiful fish.
It is gorgeous fish. There's a lot of red. That's a beautiful fish. That's a beautiful fish, Norm. That is a gorgeous fish. I'll tell you what.
Beautiful. Look at the color on those things.
Mm-hmm.
Just copper.
Look at the tail, a
Beautiful,
turquoise
beautiful
tail.
fish. It's kind of like
Oh man, look at that big boy.
Oh,
Did a
hey.
drop outfit. Nice job.
That's good.
Nice job.
good. Yeah,
Nice
thank you,
job.
Captain.
You bet. You bet. Thank you for getting in front of him. Shoot, hey. That's beautiful red. Oh, man. Look at that bad boy. Oh man, I'll tell you what. Look at that.
That's a good Louisiana
That's
redfish.
Louisiana red right
See
there.
the black dot on their tail.
Okay.
That's a distinctive feature.
Right, right. Now the dots come and go, you know, that's
Yeah.
what the biologists tell us, and that, you know, they can have multiple spots and then develop one, you know. God, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. I guess that fish 12, 13 pounds. Go about 13 pounds, yeah. Hold on to it. Best you can. Look at him. Look at him. Ha ha. Nice job, Norm.
because you could run into a 50-pound black drum here or a 40-pound redfish. You need to have a good rod with a stiff backbone, preferably an 8 or a 9 weight, nothing lighter than that. You also need a really good reel, preferably a large arbor with 150, 200 yards of backing, because they do take you into the backing. For lines, you can use a specialized redfish line or any really good weight-forward saltwater line. The characteristic of that line is that it's heavy on the tip and it loads really fast, which is great because you have to get that line out fast. Sometimes you only have 2 or 3 seconds to get that fly in front of the fish.
Red drum, that's the scientific name I'm not going to relate, but the red drum basically is, you know, that kingdom family genus species thing, you know, and everything. The red drum over here and the black drum over here, and basically their main staple out here is Louisiana blue crabs. In the winter time, crabs go down into the mud, and then mullet take up the slack as far as the main staple. To give you an idea of the growth rate, they grow an inch a month the first 24 months. So you'll have a fish 24 inches long, a little over 2 years old. And I get this from the biologists, not just what I think. And majority of them have one spot on them, although the spots do come and go. You'll catch some that have multiple spots on either side. So it's awesome fighting fish. As you can see, the dorsal finnage is big and gives them a strong capability. They don't run like bonefish or tarpon, but they pull just about as hard as you want them to pull. And that's why I nicknamed them bullies of the schoolyard.
The 3 flies that were most effective on this trip were Captain Rich's Terminator crab pattern, his own variation of the Clouser minnow, and his artful spoon flies of different colors. You sighted him, and he crossed right in front of the boat, and I dropped it right in front of his nose, and he took it. It's very challenging fishing this because sometimes you got a fairly long cast, you got to put it right on their nose, and sometimes they're right in front of you. You literally have to drop the fly in front of the boat 3 or 4 feet and dangle it in front of them, and they take it. So you got the chocolate box here. You never know what you're going to get, which is good. These fish fight fairly well too. That's one of the things about this. You can't come down here and expect to hook every fish you see, even if you get the fly in front of them. Sometimes they take it and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they want it a foot, sometimes they want it 3 feet. Like all fish, they have a mind of their own. This guy's a little guy. Here you come. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, not yet. He doesn't want to come in just yet.
I think fighting hard as any redfish will fight, no?
Yeah, they put up a good fight. There you go. Good stuff. Thank you, Captain.
Hey, good job. Good job.
Good job, Rich. There you go. Black drum. Anyway, there you go. Little Louisiana black drum. Fine little fish. A really beautiful little fish. Trying to hear him drumming. They make a drumming noise sometimes when you put them in the water. All right, we'll just let this guy go. Oh, he's gone. Good fish, and we spotted a pod of porpoises, and they are amazing. They just go through the water like little submarines, and they're hoovering up fish. You can see them disturbing the mud and hoovering up fish. They're beautiful. Look at that. Look at how close we can get to them. Look at that. Could practically touch them. Look at that. They're curious. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful animals. Look at that. Powerful, powerful animals. And they hunt in packs like this, in pods, and fish together. Sometimes they'll corral a ball of bait fish and gobble them up. Pretty spectacular sight. Nice fish. Oh. Now Rich has a real eye for seeing these fish. He scans the water and kind of looks through it. Maybe 50, 60, 80 feet out, sees these dark shapes, and look, that's not a large fish for him to sight in the water. Yeah. He saw him. There's a little baby redfish. That's fun. Even the little ones are fun here. They're really great. Good stuff. Okay, there you go. One thing I've learned in spades on this trip is you really have to have your casting down. These fish can be very finicky, particularly the redfish. You've got to literally put your cast a foot in front of them, and you only get, sometimes, about 2 seconds to gun them. I'm used to a lot more leisurely fishing where you can take a little more time, trout fishing for instance. But here, with these saltwater fish, these redfish, they don't stick around. You've got to hit them right away because they're skittish. And if they see the boat or get any sense that you're in the neighborhood, they're gone in a puff of sand at the bottom of the water.
He was laying on the bottom. I just saw the silhouette. But as soon as I cast in front of him there, thankfully he had his head the right way, he started following that fly. As soon as I stripped it. Now I did what you told me, Rich, and I kept the rod tip down. Oh, look at him go. He's coming right towards us now. He kept the rod tip down so that when he took it and I felt the weight and I stripped, went right in his mouth. Oh my goodness. Got him right in the corner of the mouth. So what I'm doing is putting a reverse angle on him, and I'm trying to get his head confused.
That works good.
And then there, do this again. Get his head turned, and it helps you tire them quicker, especially these big, powerful fish. Now, it wasn't until he did that run I thought, wow, that's a powerful fish. Yeah, you can really see the fly and the colors, everything. Okay, now I'll get the last few feet.
I need one more turn the pattern, huh?
Let me go on the other side of the boat here. Give you a little bit of room.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah, okay, I think he's ready. You ready?
I'm ready when you are, sir.
Oh!
Wow! Colin, nice job, nice job.
Wow.
That's a ball.
Hey, let me get the.
I don't get him in his gills, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In his gills.
Look at the teeth.
Boy, that's a huge fish.
And this is incredible. Okay, Rich, let's get him back in.
Okay. Ooh, there we go.
Fishing in overcast conditions here, very hard to see into the water, but Rich spotted this sheep's head about 30 yards out, popped it right in front of his nose, stripped it slowly, let it sink, stripped it a little bit, and then gave it a good jerk, and you could see him following the fish, the fly, and then he took it. Now this sheep's head isn't the number one hottest species here for fishing, but it does provide some interesting diversion when the reds are hard to see in overcast conditions, because these fish are quite easy to see. They're black and white striped like a zebra. Yeah, he doesn't want to come in. We're using these heavily weighted, really colorful crab flies that Rich ties. They sink very fast and they always hook up, which is great. You don't get snagged. And these fish, this is a fly you can really feel confident with. You know you have a fly. There you go, fantastic, that the fish will take. Take a look at that fly there, you can see. Took it right in the tip of his lip there. Went for it. Okay, you want to pull the fly out there, Captain? All right, there you go.
Show me his mouth.
Sheepshead. Can you lift his lip there for us?
Mr. Ed.
There you go. He's Mr. Ed, the horse.
There, yeah.
Okay.
Just be careful. I'll just drop him.
Just drop him?
Yeah, just drop him.
There you go. There, he's gone.
That's one that I'm...
All right, Sheepshead in Louisiana. What do you know?
Good job.
That was fun. Thank you, Rich. The setup we're using today is a saltwater weight-forward floating line. It's attached to a 9-foot leader and to a 30-pound tippet. Attached to that is our weighted fly. When fishing in the Louisiana Delta, it's important to use a saltwater redfish line, as this line is specifically tapered to present the fly with very little splash. Well, that was exciting. We're in slightly overcast conditions. The water's hard to read because of the angle of the sun. And that, Rich spotted that fish right in front of the boat. And I made one cast, missed him, threw another one right on his nose, and he took it. Man, that was great. That's so much, it's so exciting when they take it. It's like an adrenaline rush, man.
That's a beauty, too. That's a beauty.
Yeah, he's a good one. Good spotting, Rich. Good stuff. You saw him. They fight. He hasn't even begun the battle.
Yeah.
He's not too happy. He's not too happy.
Oh,
That's
a
nice.
beaut.
Oh, that's a
beaut.
nice
That is
fish.
beaut.
Look at that, eh? He's coming towards us.
I know.
Oh, there.
Beautiful.
Just look at those fish.
Isn't
They're
that
so
beautiful?
beautiful in the
It doesn't
sun.
get any better than this. It doesn't get any better.
Oh.
Look at that big boy. Right out in front of that boat color.
Yeah, yeah. Could hardly see more than a few feet, but you can still get them.
Yeah, you can.
We've been playing, I would say, I compare this today to like hide and seek. The sun comes out, the sun goes away. The sun comes out, you see, you get good visibility for a while, and then you lose your visibility. And we just sort of got it.
Bigger than I think he is.
He's a good size.
He's huge, isn't he?
He's a good size.
Yeah.
He's no baby.
No. He's no baby. Oh, man. Oh, boy.
He's a good,
See the fly. I don't see
the fly, he swallowed that fly. That fly's in his mouth all the way. There, we got him. Nice. Good work, Captain.
Nice job, amigo.
Good work. That's beautiful. All right. There you go, folks. Another Louisiana redfish. Makes your day to get a fish like this. They're so exciting. Hard to catch. You got to be on your game. You got to get that fly right in front of their nose or they're not going to take it. But if you can learn to cast it in front of their nose, which is taking me a bit of work here the last couple of days in the wind, you can get them and it works. It's great stuff. Well, thanks for watching this episode of The New Fly Fisher down in Louisiana, fishing for redfish and other species. I hope you enjoyed the show. For more information about this show and about Rich's flies and everything else about Louisiana, go to www.thenewflyfisher.com. Till next time, tight lines and take it cool. There he goes.
Look at that. There he goes.
Hi, I'm Tom Rosenbauer. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this and you want to see more, subscribe and you can get all our weekly uploads.
The New Fly